Good morning.
Welcome to Footage.
Thank you very much.
And it's a privilege being in your presence at your cousin's, office.
Thank you.
Okay, who is Mr. Sackie Johnson? Especially when people want to know you to be the president of the Association of Library Construction Contractors. But we would really like if you tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, Sackie Johnson is just who I am. I was born to the union of Mrs. Rebecca K. Johnson and Mr. Benjamin F. Johnson Sr. Yeah.
How many children do you have?
I'm married to Mrs. Naomi Johnson, and we have 4 children.
Wow. Are they all in Liberia?
Yeah, they are all in Liberia. One is out of college now. One is in college, and the other 2 are in one in junior high and one just starting in elementary school.
Okay. You are the president of the Association of Library Construction Contractors. What is your role in society? What is the organization all about?
Well, I will start first with when we were established. The Association of Library Construction Contractors, ALCC for short, was established in 1979.
Okay.
It was established by local contractors who felt that there was a need to come together so that they will have the capacity to be able to advocate for themselves and to represent themselves in the construction industry. Okay, but at the time they were not very active.
Okay.
They started, but they were not very active. The association only became very, very active after the wars. 2004, it was reformed, and then it began to operate. But before then, when it started in 1979, there were not more than 10 contractors at the time. There were not more than 10. But by 2004, it started with around 50 to 60 contractors. 2005, it began to progress until we came to where we are today. Today, we are anywhere between 300 to 500 contractors, both road and building contractors. We'll go back to who I am. Okay, I went to school. Firstly, I grew up in the Logantown area, Monroeville. And then very early, I went to school in Grand Cape County in Brownsville. I attended the elementary school, Methodist Elementary School, there for 2 years. Then left to join the family in Kakata, where I attended the St. Christopher, it was a junior high school at the time. Yeah, I attended that for 2 years. And then my father got a job with Firestone. Okay, so we moved into Firestone. And I attended elementary school and junior high school in Firestone, at the Firestone Staff School. Upon completion of the junior high school, then I went to boarding school in Lofa, the Lutheran Training Institute, LTI for short. And that was where I graduated from. And then came back to Monroeville to attend the University of Liberia.
Okay.
And I did civil engineering.
That's good.
And it happens also that my father was a civil engineer, so maybe we had that influence. My eldest brother is also a civil engineer. Yeah, so we are sort of an engineering family. All right, so because of that, that is how I got involved in the construction business.
Yeah.
Because I'm an engineer, my eldest brother engineer, my father engineer. So it was only natural for me to get associated with this kind of institution. Okay, I actually joined the ALCC in 2004 just as a member. Okay, in 2008, I became the Secretary General for the institution, and then I was Secretary General up to 2017. It was unfortunate that somewhere along the line, the vice president of the institution resigned for one reason or another, and we did not, were unable to replace it. So as a result, we had a president, no vice president, and the secretary general, and the treasurer and things like that. So it happens I was just the second person in command at the ALCC. Well, unfortunately, our president passed away in January 22nd, 2017. So naturally, it just pushed me through in as the acting president. Okay, so I was acting president until December 1st when we had elections, because what the membership instructed the acting leadership was, look, what we want you to do is take us to election. Okay, according to our constitution, election should always be the first Friday in December, and it happens that the first Friday fell on the 1st of December. So we organized the election was held, and a new leadership was ushered into power. Okay, so now we have the president, we have the vice president, we have the secretary general, and the treasurer as the leadership team. When it comes to our institution, our role is to advocate and represent the interests of construction contractors.
It is only for, let me just cut you up here, it is only for Liberian contractors or foreign contractors?
Foreign contractors are also our members. They are so associate members.
Okay, they are associate members.
Yeah.
And you presently have some foreign contractors as member of the organization, ALCC.
Yeah, we have more than 30 foreign contractors as associate members of the ALCC.
So I'm sure you've been having some challenges. What are your challenges in running the organization, running the institution?
The greatest challenge is the lack of equipment for the Liberian contractors. We have the capability, but we don't have the capacity in terms of equipment. If you are doing a road, no matter how much you know about roads, if you don't have the equipment, you cannot implement a road project. And this has been our key challenge. Then another one is access to funding. It's another key challenge when it comes to the.
So then, what is the relationship we say?
Relationship with national government through the Ministry of Public Works. Yeah, but then it's still the same problem, because if Public Works has a project and you want to implement, the first thing Public Works wants to know is whether you have equipment. And if you don't have equipment, then she naturally turns to those who have the equipment, which are mainly the foreign contractors. But however the case may be, we have been putting things in place to remedy the situation. Currently, as I speak to you, there's a batch of equipment of more than 20 pieces, or more than 60 pieces, on its way from Italy. We have gone through a memorandum of understanding with a local group here who has contact with an Italian equipment company, and the memorandum of understanding states that we can have access to the equipment, or membership can have access to these equipment when the need arises. Say for instance, you win a project, you can go to our pool and you'll be able to access equipment that you can use to implement the project. When it comes to the new government, which is the George Weah-led government, we have been promised by the president himself that we will not be spectators to our own economy, and we will hold him to his word. But quite frankly, recently, under his leadership, under the leadership of Minister Mabutu Yemba.
Yeah.
There have been the first road projects, the community roads. They have been awarded to Liberian contractors. Because we have few Liberian contractors who have the capacity. And we have about 2 of our contractors who have asphalt plant. They have crushing plant. We have 1 or 2 other big contractors with a lot of equipment that can handle these jobs. So government has given them the opportunity. What we try to do here now is to ensure that they too try to subcontract the smaller contractors in order to build their capacity too.
I mean, is the ALCC only operating in Montserrat and River counties are?
Well, no. What we have done now, we have begun to decentralize. The first thing is we have an ALCC coordinator in each of the 15 counties. Okay, that's the beginning. And what we try to do is to decentralize alongside the government, because in the registration process, before being licensed by Ministry of Public Works, you have to be pre-vetted by the association here. Now, if the association pre-vet you, and then you have to go to the Ministry of Public Works. But Ministry of Public Works is already decentralized. They got the activities, say for instance, in Maryland, if government has a service center there, the service center takes care of everything. You want driver license, you want license plate, you want public works certificate, all these things, you go to that service center. You don't have to come way back to Monrovia. So now, it's only fair for the ALCC to also decentralize so that you don't come way to Monrovia from Maryland just to get a piece of paper from us, then to go back there to Ministry of Public Works. So the rationale is to ensure that we are also prepared outside of Monrovia so that we'll be able to function. A contractor can go right to the service center, get all he needs from the ALCC through our people there, and then he can coordinate his activities right there. Even the payment, we have made arrangements so that our contractor will pay through mobile money. Pay through mobile money, and then we'll be able to send a certificate via scanning or so. But it's an ongoing process. We just started, and it will take a while, but we have people in place now, and we have begun the process. Well, if the president plans come to fruition, the plans are very good, because number one, roads. The key to development, roads, electricity, there are all other things fall in place. But even electricity, to carry electricity to any locality, you need roads to get there. Now roads, they are very important. They will start in 3 years. But what I know is, if the money is available, if the funding is available, within 5 years it should be done.
Okay, I mean, you can do all the construction, you can build all the skyscrapers, you can connect all the roads, but if the human capacity is not built, you go nowhere, you done nothing, because these same people will come back to destroy all the development that you have made, and Liberia is lacking in terms of human capacity. What's your own plan as ACC for the youth and the population at large of Liberia?
Okay, number one, we have relationship with some of the TVET, which is the vocational training institutions. In fact, we are in the process of signing an agreement with the Booker Washington Institute. Okay, we encourage our young people to go into vocational training, and then we, as construction contractors, will assist in the process of job placement, because you know the construction industry is a big industry, you know, and we can play a real pivotal role when it comes to job placement. As long as we are receiving contracts, or contractors are receiving contracts, jobs will be available. even when it comes to the economy, who drives the economy mainly in any country is the middle class. And once you develop a middle class mostly the construction workers, the doctors, nurses, the whole technical committee, they form this middle class, and they are the ones who drive the economy. Now, what the government needs to do is to ensure that they develop the middle class. When you develop the middle class, you will not be dependent, people will not be dependent upon government for employment.